Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. Strange question, but yes. All commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open floor panel in the back of the room, actually. I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the explosion occurred, I rushed here to check my terminal. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and rushed inside. Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some commands from operations. Based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I had time to watch. Well, that's about everything. Careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
May the plan guide you.
Always account for standard deviation. I like that Alva. Granted, she's most likely lying through her teeth, but at least she's interesting.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
You'll do. I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by, but you appear reasonably apt. The Zeranium overflow vending has gone completely haywire. What else will this higgledy... Might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? Oh, we developed a pharmaceutical primer that, may deliberate endeavors beget expected results. You're back. Uranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state. And my internal levels of with the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered with queries. You mean just after the attack occurred? I was in a state of anxiety at the time, and, well, I'm sure you're aware higher levels of cortisol can impede the quite right. Anything else? Now that you mention it, yes. I recall I was worried about one crisis, and my mind was completely occupied by this other crisis nearby. I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly. This card will allow you into our humble little research lab. It's right past operations, can't miss. The pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is inside on display. With the leak abate, I am...
Always account for standard deviation.
Oh, hello, dear.
Returned
Why, we were...
or specifically.
You know how the Order is. Always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
Hold on now. We should really.
I'm sufficient...
Yes! Now
Wait a bit. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate.
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Her possible involvement notwithstanding, Constance Svoboda is an Order Proctor, and I cannot abide her cold-blooded murder. Especially by someone we clearly know so... You are far more capable than some back manufacturing...
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name... I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal...
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint.
Marisol's fine, thank you, dear.
monikers place a target on your back.
I must admit, the rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved, if there are any hints of truth to that. I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid.
That you are who you are. Understand? I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda. I cannot be party to this, but neither...
A wise calculate. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer for.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, the intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
Wait, you can't possibly This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and
Enough, traitor. You made your... No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. Best search her office.
Well, you sure cut them. That was breathtaking and hilarious. What artistry, what subterfuge, what aim.
Proctor left her terminal on. The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look. Used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors. The Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy, the calculations and intrigue. Been trying to tell myself I didn't miss it. But in action, I fear, ill suits me. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. Believe my... I propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it? Well then, until the appointed hour.
My fellow loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
It appears Seer Wiley has committed an act of unforeseen betrayal. Immediate intervention at the monastery is advised.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. Well, I recognize you've done right by us here today.
I'll be back to kill all of you.
Victor wasn't exactly the partner in crime I envisioned DeVries to have. Someone with a little more... I don't envy anyone in the Order. You ever wonder what might have happened if DeVries had let us in on her initial plan? Hotshot Earth Directorate agent swoops in to liberate your colony, sets you on a new exciting path, and you're telling me you wouldn't have been a bit smitten? Good law. I was a kid with a crush, like you said. It wasn't serious. If any, after Triangulum, all I wanted was to do for other colonies what Augustine had done for mine. Still do, if I'm honest. Oh, I'm not worried. Didn't mean to give you that impression, Commander. That business with Victor just... Thanks for letting me wax for a bit. We can get back to what we were doing now. Unless there was something else you needed. Always up for a little backfence talk, though I'm guessing you don't mean Val. I think she'd have a hell of a time passing the Directorate psychological screening. Truth be told, at least that's what I would say if I was feeling charitable. Can't say I know her well enough to have much in the way of an opinion. She seems capable, and shockingly, she hasn't tried to sell. She's still got more loyalty to Auntie's choice than they have to her, but maybe we can help her see that one day. Well, he hasn't brought the hammer down upon us yet, so I still wouldn't play the odds on him choosing us over the Protectorate if it came right down to. Sure thing. I trust you've got particulars in mind.
Lara, you owe me a sparring. We did good by all the folk in Golden Ridge. If we hadn't eased the pressure between the Order and the troops at Outpost Opportunity, the kettle would have blown its top eventually. Instead, the ceasefire can remain in place, and folk can sleep soundly. Thank you.
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well. Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal... Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service. I, Elmet Ormsby, yes, tragedy has befallen a number of my subordinates. I will trust you not to make light of such heart-rending events. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me. As an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet, our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might... A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of antes to a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis. Just so. Tremendous. Well, we'll need 2 things. Fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course. I need all the particulars and analysis from the expedition put onto a data cartridge and brought back, along with fresh spores. Both will be key in the formulation of an antidote. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds. Spore samples may be once we have an... least absolutely gorgeous. Look at you. And to think I just forcibly... Now, first things first. Place the data cartridge in the drawer for me. Haha. Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and... I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail. Well, it's a textbook example of the medulla oblongata wagging the cerebellum. Although, frankly, there's a plethora of ways to stimulate the reptile brain into such a flurry. None of the previous methods were anywhere close to being this commercially viable. But where there's a will, there's a way to make a profit. Honestly, this whole process is 1 part scientific testing, 2 parts improvisation, and normally I'd say perfect. There. I have determined the ideal counteragent. Here you are. Place it and the spore samples into that synthesizer. Enable the device, and it will beget a working antidote momentarily. Return with it directly as soon as it does. I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though, in the end, this should turn up. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote? Really? Well, who knew I was working with such a professional? Now place the antidote into the slot. Once I insert it into the air filter, well, genius like you can figure it out. When backup arrives and releases me, I'll run a tally of all here who survived. Not to boast, but I'd say this wildly dangerous experimental agent was quite effective. You can be sure that management and I will see its put to good use. Wonderful, wonderful! Knew you seemed a bankably reliable sort. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few moments. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My supervisor will hear of it. I, Omid Ormsby, be seeing you.
Not stay directly. Ready to defend. Glory, the arm of the Lord is upon us. He must be vanquished. What befalls enemy?
There will be time enough for figuring out why these... It may after we make the rest of them see the game their way. Violently.
Me.
Stop, kitty.
Recharge for mayhem!
Ready to move! Glorious dawn! The betrayer is upon us! She must be vanquished!
There will be time enough for figuring out why these swine betrayed me after we make the rest of them see the error of their ways. Violently. Let weapons cry!
Take your patience. I'm not ready.
Oh my god, that's so fucking annoying.
You cannot threaten one who well knew.
Must keep your...
Recharge for mayhem! Rich weapon prime!
Ready to dispense judgment!
On the wrist. Either restore my life or avenge my death.
But unable. glorious God! The betrayer is upon us! She must be... Is upon us! She must be vanquished!
There will be time enough for figuring out why these swine betrayed me after we make the rest of them see the error of their ways. Step aside. Swine, this might sting. A lot.
To that data pad, there was an official kill order out on me? The poor fools probably thought they were just fulfilling their duty. Damn straight they should have. I have no idea. If I go anywhere near one of our encampments, I'll be forced to kill members who believe they're following orders. Of course, any member of the Dun who turns on me without thinking is asking for death, but this could still make solving this even more difficult. Don't worry. I'll stay on as part of your crew until I get this all figured. It's given me an impressive amount of opportunities for killing, and all the killing helps me think.
You have my thanks and my hammer.
One never relishes saying you did.
Grand Archagent! Oh, thank a rogue fact to make matters worse. My access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. No, I've known Landon for years. You must be If what you say is true, that's a serious accusation. Why would I do such a thing? You seem to be under the mistaken assumption that the Earth Directorate has I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further. In case I didn't make it clear before, the monastery is currently in jeopardy. Peace talks? Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're representatives of Auntie's Choice in the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of but I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of Once you reach the monastery, go forth as was determined.
If it's this bad down here, can't imagine what the situation's like upstairs.
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Watch out for Wiley.
We'd
He's
love
accounted
to
for
help.
everything.
But not as much as
He'll
we
know
prefer to
you're
leave.
coming.
Plan guide you.
Seer Wiley said I wasn't on his list and let me go. He must have predicted I wouldn't fight back. I don't understand. Where's the abbot? Why isn't he doing something? I don't understand. Where's the abbot? Why isn't he doing something?
Can the order teach you this flair for the dramatic to all receivers? Or is he a special case?
Among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst, setting into motion the future most alive.
Nice of you, Wiley. Random elements.
But I'm not ready.
Sequencing attack strategy.
Ready to wait. On your command.
Dispensing life preservation.
What you need to worry about? Hey, got a distraction for you.
Fortifying
Advancing.
hostile zones is highly discouraged. Junction boxes such as these may have wiring that can be detected via the N-ray scanner. Tracking wire. Tracking.
Architect's perspiring brow. Armed conflicts are not the Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist. I'm aware of the errors of his methodology, but Long's overall opinion is still... Wait, why am I...
Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief. And how do you predetermine the harm of action against the harm of...
We make those estimates all the time. That's the whole reason we employ seers.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle...
I need the book, Only Real Numbers. The casual...
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing.
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her.
Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty.
Oh, yeah?
Well, she hasn't returned, so perhaps she didn't like the answer we gave. Happens more often than you'd think.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded her. You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer. But do take care with it, especially around the bath. We lose more. I'm sure I have no notion of what you refer. Good for him. About time. What my colleague means is Landon Wiley is among our most gifted and dedicated seers. Whatever. I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing to hear. But as we in the Order liked much of...
Those who do not follow the plan will be...
Engaging combat.
It's the unknown area!
I could have swore we left Scrabbles back on the ship.
Keep to Wiley's plan.
Map of the monastery. This would be the abbot's private room.
For a monk, our friend's sure not short on amenities.